Southeast governors are appealing to the federal government and other concerned citizens to allow them resolve all IPOB-related issues. The chairman of the forum, Dave Umahi, after a closed-door meeting with Nnamdi Kanu at the Government House, Enugu, told journalists that the event was strictly a peace talk. According to him, the Southeast governors will, in subsequent meetings, engage the entire IPOB leadership to ensure all issues are sorted out.
The meeting agreed that these demands by IPOB should not be absolute. Rather, the Southeast governors shall immediately engage the leader of IPOB, Prince Nnamdi Kanu, and the entire leadership of IPOB to further meetings and dialogue with a view to quickening the resolutions of all issues amicably. And we also request from all concerns to give the Southeast governors the opportunity to amicably sort out this problem.
4 years after a bridge in Obia local government area of Bayelsa State collapsed, the people are yet to get a replacement despite several promises from the state government. As water levels continue to rise during the rainy season, the people are afraid that the only wooden bridge they currently make use of might get washed off. And that's on Community Report tonight.
Imiringi is a small sleepy town in Ogbia local government area of Bayelsa State and within a few miles from Otuoke, hometown of former President Goodluck Jonathan. Sadly, this town, which many expect to be a hub of activities, barely boasts of visitors due to the deplorable state of the roads. Businesses are affected, according to this palm wine seller, making life miserable for them.
We do the same, some kind of because of the road. Customers say because of the road, the customers say you know feel fine to come and buy the market.
Beyond the challenges of bad roads in Imiringi is this collapsed bridge, a major link to neighboring communities. The bridge is said to have caved in after a flood ravaged the community in 2012, but yet to get the needed attention.
Then the government has said they will come to work the bridge, as they will come back for the bridge. But it's like an abandoned project now, as you can see. As in the company have been here complaining, and many indigenous have been talking to the company that they should just walk this bridge and go out of here. But they are saying it's government don't want to pay them the money for the bridge. So that's what we are facing now.
Whatever they work towards,
according to this indigene, what seemed like a ray of hope came their way from the governor during the last political campaign.
This bridge was the major campaign. In my second tenure, I will complete this bridge. In fact, the followers too, as in community too, we are even saying that the governor has promised when we vote for him, we'll complete this bridge. And at the end of the day, in Miringi as a community, they gave him a mass vote.
What now bridges the gap for them, albeit temporary, is this wooden bridge, which they claim faces imminent collapse.
We used to pass through the Bako bridge. During flood time, many people will fall down. Some of the stranger, Igbo and Calabar, some of them cannot swim. Some of the children will be drinking water. People will come to help them.
They will now, it remains more time for the grass of the river to come, the soil, the stick on where they there, where the people they manage.
A visit to the Commissioner for Works in the state did not yield any result, as he was said to be unavailable for response. While most communities in Bayelsa State are riverine, it would appear an aberration if Ogbia, the only motorable locality in the state, is left to swim in the tides of infrastructure decay.
The Accident Investigation Bureau has revealed that the two pilots that flew the Nigeria Police Force Bell helicopter that crashed in Plateau State in 2012 had no licenses. This was mentioned as the agency released 2 accident reports and a bulletin today in Lagos. Our aviation correspondent, Bukola Jo Oketumbi, has this report.
About 40 air crashes have occurred in Nigeria between 1969 and 2013. Notable among them are the Dana crash, which occurred in June 2012. Investigation into air accidents only seeks to prevent a recurrence with the safety lessons implemented. Here in this hall, the top boss of the Accident Investigation Bureau is meeting with journalists as 2 more accident reports are released to the public. This includes that of a serious incident which involved a Nigerian College of Aviation Technology-owned Tampico aircraft, which occurred at the Zaria Aerodrome in Kaduna State on the 6th of October 2008. And the Nigerian Police Force Bell helicopter accident, which occurred in Jos, Plateau State on March 14, 2012, which claimed the life of the then Deputy Inspector General of Police, John Haruna.
Your quality control management is better?
The Bureau says no cause was adduced for the police air crash, but among the many discrepancies found, the 2 pilots had no licenses at the time of the flight.
The pilot medical had expired as at the time of the accident. 2. The simulator recurrency had expired as at the time of accident. Technically, the pilot didn't have any license to fly. The co-pilot was not type-rated on the helicopter Bell 427.
And these are some of the safety recommendations put forward.
NPF, that's the Nigerian Police Force Air Wing, should provide the proper funding, conducive working environment, develop and implement a robust training program for its technical stroke operational personnel with adequate supervision and approved equipment to enhance safety.
With these recommendations, many Nigerians hope that the authorities involved will take the implementation seriously so that the zero accident level the country has recorded in the past 4 years will be maintained. Bukola Joe Oketumbi, Channels Television News.
Investigations are also taking place in the world of business, and Anne will be giving us the details.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Melinda, and welcome to Business News. U.S. authorities are investigating China Petroleum and Chemical Corporation, Sinopec, over allegations that the world's biggest oil refiner paid Nigerian officials about $100 million as bribe to resolve a dispute. Investigators from the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Justice Department are looking into allegations that lawyers acting as middlemen for the oil company transferred illicit payments through banks in New York and California. The alleged payments were intended to resolve a $4 billion dispute between the Chinese oil company's Adax Petroleum units in Geneva and the Nigerian government over drilling and other capital costs, tax breaks, and a division of royalties between Adax and the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, the NNPC. Sinopec is one of the largest foreign state-owned enterprises to be investigated by U.S. prosecutors. Europe's largest insurer, Allianz, today announced plans to acquire 98% shares in Nigeria's Midcap Insurance PLC for an undisclosed amount by the end of 2017. Back in 2016, Nigeria's Ensure Insurance PLC posted $13.1 million in written gross premium, while Allianz posted 51.5 billion euros. Well, the regional chief executive for Africa, Conrad Rovlich, says that this acquisition will provide full access into the insurance market in Africa, and it will encourage growth in the sector. Nigeria's Tier 2 commercial lender, Fidelity Bank, is reporting a very strong financial performance in the first half of 2017. Well, according to the bank's half-year audited results released today by the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Gross earnings rose by 22.1% to 85.8 billion naira as of June the 30th, 2017. And that's against 70.3 billion naira in the first half of 2016. The company's profit before tax surged by 66.7% to 10.2 billion naira, while the profit after tax rose by 65.5% to 9.03 billion naira. The bank also recorded remarkable improvement in other key performance indices within the same period. Now, while the insurance sector was lifted by 30 basis points today, 4 key sectors dampened market sentiment at the close of trading. Let's join BC Adebayo for the details.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The Nigerian equities market switched gears fully into holiday mode with heavier sell-offs following the announcement of a 2-day public holiday by the federal government for the Muslim celebrations. The benchmark broad index fell sharply by 1.48%, this time below the 36,000 mark, while the market's capitalization lost 185 billion naira on Wednesday. The sell-offs were seen yet again from 4 major sectors of the market, particularly stocks from the industrial sector. On the activity chart, shares turnover improved slightly at 239.9 million shares against the weak volume recorded on Tuesday, while banking stocks remained the main volume drivers, led by Fidelity, Sterling and Access Bank. Gitex, May Baker and Continental Reinsurance are the top 3 equities out of 7 price gainers against losses recorded by First Aluminium, NACO, Double One and 29 other decliners. And that's it on the Stock Market Reports. I am BC Adebayo.
BC. Well, major stock markets across the world, particularly in Europe, are looking much better today as investors cheer strong U.S. economic growth in the second quarter of 2017. Let's take a look at the numbers. Thanks for watching Business News Tonight. I'm Anne Umawodo. The rest of the news at 10 continues now with Melinda.
You first. First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Super Eagles coach confirms Ikechukwu Ezenwa as starting goalkeeper for Nigeria in Friday's 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifier. That's on Sports News. Stay with us.